Yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going? We're back. I'm back on MUSCM Live. It's been a 2-week gap, and it's so good to be back. Oh my god. It only hits you. But let me just quickly comment. Let me just attach this so that all our first timers know the drill. I'm sure all you regulars know what to do. Alright, welcome to the MUSCM Live. Varun Tandon, Param Kothari, Akhil Indran, Abel Gio. Good to see a lot of familiar faces back. Sugar Sood, what a name, man. Sugar Sood. Rodney Pinto, good to see you, buddy. Khushru, welcome back to MUSCM Live. We'll just wait for a bit and then we'll get going. I can see the numbers really going fast. It's already at almost 30 people right now. We'll just wait for a bit. Good to see everyone back. The season is coming back. I hope everyone's really excited. I am super excited, that's for sure. Well, the season's technically started, but then no season starts till Man United play, right? No season starts till Man United play. I think that's the main one to sort of focus on. Just a second, guys. I'm just going to get my notes out. Yes, my notes are here. What I usually do is every time I go live, I also keep my laptop on the side so I can read comments. Otherwise, on the chat, it becomes a little difficult to do it. Prashant Nair, good to see you, buddy. Nirav says, I'm a head out. I'm not sure why you're saying that. Dhruvin Vaishnani, Regulion or Regulion is incoming people, right? So we're going to get into it, man. We're already at 40 people. Welcome, everybody, to the MUSCM Live. All you first-timers tuning in, this is our weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, sometimes 3 times a week live show that we do. My name is Abhishek Iyer. I am an official member of the MUSCM. To kick things off, I'm just going to tell you guys how you can become an official member. It's very simple. Go to the official Manchester United website, of course, manunited.com. Just buy the membership from there. Let us know you've bought the membership. There's a simple process. Go to our feed. You'll see a graphic that explains everything. Once we know that you're an official member, you become an official member of the United Supporters Club as well. Just to reiterate, and for the people joining us for the first time, we are the official Supporters Club of Mumbai. We are the biggest club in India, and we also like to believe that we're very interactive. We love to give fans a voice. We like to stay in touch with all of you. Shardul, good to see you too, buddy. Good to see you too. I know it's been a while. It's been more than 2 weeks since I've done a live. Just took a break from all the content that I was doing, and it was really nice. So let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. Here's how I'm going to structure today's chat. As always, Nipun, hello, good to see you. As always, keep sending in your video requests. I am going to be adding all of you, as many as I can. I'm going to be adding you. And we're going to get chatting about all kinds of things, right? Gregory Anand says, I'm registered in manunited.com. Gregory, just send us a DM on Instagram. We'll sort you out after this, man. Physics, good to see you again, man. I know it's been a long time. So here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to first up, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's get transfers out of the way. Because after transfers, I'm not going to spend more than 15-20 minutes on transfers. After we discuss transfers, right, I want to then talk about expectations from this season. Guys, this is it. We're going to be playing our first game now in less than 5 days, and I think now we need to start talking about what is it that we as United fans need to start expecting from this team. What do we demand from these guys who are paid millions and millions of pounds a year to play football for this club that we absolutely love so much, right? So let's talk about transfers. First up, Jadon Sancho, biggest elephant in the room, right? So here's the update, guys. Let's not dilly-dally. We haven't signed Jadon Sancho. We were close, apparently, to a deal back in August. We obviously shut the bet on that. We didn't sign him. It's rumored that maybe Ed stepped in and tried to negotiate a fee, and Dortmund have honestly just said one thing from day one, right? Dortmund have said, pay us 100 million, pay us 100 million, Sancho is yours. Now, unfortunately, we haven't done that, while Dortmund might continue to tell us otherwise that, Sancho's not for sale, Sancho's going to stay. You never know, man. It all comes down to deadline day. I remember Daniel Levy saying the same thing about Berbatov for 30 million 10 years ago, right? He said Berbatov's not for sale. We got him on deadline day for 30.75. Right. Let's talk about alternatives to Sancho, right? Right now, it's simple. Yes, Manan Baga, that's right. If we pay 100 million, Sancho is ours. Let's talk about alternatives, and this is where we're going to get the chat to get a little interactive with us, right? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you think Gareth Bale might just be a good option to bring in on loan. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Remember, a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you think Gareth Bale might just be an interesting option if we don't get Sancho. What the Football says. Okay, so I'm going to bring What the Football on as well. Man United always says thumbs up. Harshal Juria, thank you. You say thumbs down. Red Vishal says thumbs up. What we're talking about for those joining us is, do you think Gareth Bale is going to be a good signing if we do get him? I still don't think he's the kind of player Oli would want. I don't think he's an ego that this team needs. Oli was, in fact, ruthless in the way that he did his man management when he got in, and he got rid of the likes of Sanchez and, Lukaku and the likes. I'd be very, very surprised if Gareth Bale actually does come in. So that leaves us with two other people, two people I'm really excited about because I think we genuinely have an opportunity to sign them. It's sad that we haven't signed Sancho as yet. I know I have been personally very, very excited. I'm sure a lot of you also have known me to be really excited about it, but Sancho still hasn't happened. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that it happens, because when it does happen, it's going to be the biggest signing of the summer. I don't care who signs anyone else. Jadon Sancho, if he comes to Man United, it's going to be the biggest signing of the summer, right? Another interesting thing that someone told me recently was if we sign Gareth Bale, it's no different from what we did with Alexis Sanchez. Similar circumstances. He's going to be our top wage earner. He's going to be a massive ego. He's going to be a mega star entering a side that looks promising on its own without a Bale addition. So let's see what remains to be seen. Shardul says if Sancho doesn't come this year, next year he'll cost us. Right. I'm not going to slate the club. I think the way that we do transfer business is, there is a way that we do it. Now, whether you like it or you don't like it, all I'm going to say is that by and large, over the last 3 or 4 years, have we gotten the players that we wanted? Maybe not. So maybe there is the need, people often talk about the role of a director of football, a sporting director who needs to come in and really help with signings. For those of you who are watching Leeds United, right? Take Me Home Leeds United on Amazon Prime. You'll know how important that sporting director is, right? You've seen his role in actually getting transfers. He's the one who's actually doing everything. He's the one making the calls. He's the one who's going out, trying to convince the lads to join. There's so much of a role that the sporting director needs to do. I think Oli could really, really help with that. I am Rahul. Nagarajan says, bring on the academy, lads. I'm not sure, buddy. I think Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford, are about, Brandon Williams. I think this is enough with our academy. I don't think anyone else is really ready to step up. I'm excited about Terren Mengi. I hope he gets a few games this season. That's about it. I don't want to see too much more about that. Right. I'm going to bring on our first caller now for today. I'm going to bring on our first fan. Let me just take a... Wow, there are a lot of you all sending in video requests. Keep sending us the video requests, guys. I'm going to add a lot of you guys onto this. And let's start chatting about what we think is going to happen. Right. The first person I'm going to bring is... it's actually a channel. It's a new... I know, guys, I'm really sorry, but it's one more podcast on football and Manchester United. I guess everyone's doing their own podcast now, but hey, he is a United supporter. He is he is an official member as well. Let's show him some love. And let's all you regulars who already know who I'm bringing up. It's Agam Jhaveri. So there he is. Agam, good to see you, man. How's it going?
Good. How are you, man? How's Kerala?
Bro, I could be better. Kerala is fantastic. It's always amazing being with family, and I'm with the in-laws. So you can imagine I'm getting treated. I'm getting the best life that I could have asked for. But let's get into transfers, man. I've spoken about Jadon Sancho. I've spoken about Gareth Bale. What do you think? So I'm going to throw this question to you. Apart from Gareth Bale, do we have any other alternatives to Jadon Sancho? Koi hai kya?
No, see, we were talking about, Kingsley Coman, I guess, from Bayern. Okay, I don't know if he's playing on the right wing. It's all... Even Bayern president, I guess, denied saying that...
Why would Bayern sell him?
Yeah, he's a good, but he's also injury prone, giving even Gareth Bale on loan, I would not suggest because he'll sit on the big wages and we'll have to book a permanent bed in the hospital for him.
It's rumored that Real, in fact, they're so desperate to offload him that they'll even pay half his wages. Would you still take Gareth Bale then?
No, still no. I would rather prefer, Mason Greenwood going on. I mean, we won't win anything. I mean, if we finish top 4 would be good enough for us this season because we haven't got the transfers we needed. But the main thing, we need to get a director of football. Like you said about that Leeds United, Take Me Home. You saw that guy. We saw it. We all saw it.
Agam, sorry to interrupt you. Whoever's watching this right now, if you can just remind Agam and I what the guy's name is, just put it in the chat box because he's a legend. Go on, Agam.
Yeah. So I don't remember his name, but that guy, you see the way he negotiated. Okay, So that is the kind of thing we need. We are having an investment banker who's taking care of the transfers, which is not his forte.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I understand. Yeah, Victor
Victor
Orta, like,
Orta. That's right.
yeah,
Thank you, Delvin. Yeah.
Delvin, thank. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that guy is a legend. Even if we get a guy like him
Dude.
also from Leeds, I mean, it would be amazing. I don't mind,
You
but
know
I
what
would
I'll
like,
also say? You know what I'll also say, man? Till I watched that documentary, I didn't know they signed Kiko Casilla. And when I realized they signed Kiko Casilla from Real Madrid, I'm like, bro, what a transfer. Like
I
Leeds
mean,
United championship side signing Kiko Casilla, man.
yeah. And that was also because even Kiko Casilla needed a, break. Because the reason he came was he was not getting the time in Real Madrid. If
He
you
needed
see,
minutes, yeah. He needed to play for a
yeah,
team.
because
Simple as that.
they had, I guess, Navas was the keeper that time, and he was,
Yeah.
there. So, I mean, he needed desperate time to play. So, he got a good offer from Leeds. Why not? He would. He was one of the highest wage, he is having highest wages at Leeds as of
True.
now.
True.
I mean, look at the Leeds signing this year also. I mean, they have done amazing transfer business this year also.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're also signing one more guy. Rodrigo, I guess, some guy.
The striker. They already got him, but he gave away the penalty. So that was quite stupid of him. He gave away the winning goal to Mohamed Salah. Agam, screw Leeds. Bahut ho gaya Leeds ka. Screw Leeds. Let's get back to United. So you're saying that Gareth Bale is not a good option, and you're saying there's no other replacement for him. Give Mason Greenwood more time, and Daniel James, of course, can obviously debut.
I'll tell you one thing about Daniel James. I was seeing he is a very good and pacey lad. He will give you the crosses. I mean, play Diago. We have Dalot. We have Dalot on the right. Play him in the midfield. He'll do better. I mean, have you seen his crosses? He reminds me, he can become a David Beckham kind of. He can give crosses like David Beckham.
Diogo Dalot.
Yeah.
Reminds you of David Beckham.
No, I mean, if he does.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. That was Agam Javeri. Guys, thumbs up if you all agree with what Agam just said. Diogo Dalot reminds you of David Beckham. Go on,
remind me. I am saying he can become a good crosser like David Beckham. He can never be David Beckham. Sorry.
Sure.
He can become a good option for the time being because why we don't have someone right now.
Fair. So you're basically saying that he's a great crosser, and right now what we need is good crossing, and therefore to crack a very bad joke, that's the reason why we have a zebra crossing jersey, right? So that our crossing improves. Anyway, guys, enough of the PJs, Agam. Yeah. I'm going to come to the second one, man. So so good analysis. You're saying that obviously Diogo Dalot could be that wing option basically on the right, given that, speaking of Dalot and speaking of that position, we might sign Sergio Reguilon, right?
Yeah.
What is your take on this signing? Because apparently the deal is done. We just need to pay 30 million. I'm hoping we just pay this and Woodward doesn't go and say, bhai, 25 mein kar do.
We need to. 30 million is not a...
so do you rate him? Do you think it's a good signing? Do you think we should get it?
Yeah. It is a good signing and we need squad depth as well, And we can't just rely on Shaw. You know how Shaw has been. If he gets injured, he'll be out for a month or two.
True.
And we cannot rely on Brandon Williams because he's a youngster. He's still coming up. He's still learning. And for crucial games against top six, you can't rely on the likes of Brandon Williams to, save you from the left side. If he goes against likes of Adama Traore, that guy is a beast. Brandon Williams will end up messing it. You've seen in Europa, I guess he started against Sevilla. You saw that game, right? How he
but I don't know, man. I thought United fans were being too critical of Brandon Williams because before these last 3-4 games that he played, right, I thought he was a breakthrough player. He's a kid, man. I understand. I remember talking to Karan about this. Karan, my co-host, also said something like, just a second, dogs. Karan, my co-host, also said something like, it doesn't matter if he's 19, it doesn't matter if he's 20, because, at the end of the day, Marcus is also 19 or made his breakthrough when he was 20. But, bro, Marcus was also shit towards the end of last season. He was crap, right? Anyway, dude, we've covered 2 out of 3 transfers that I want to talk about. Before I let you go, you have a minute to just tell us all about this new podcast that you've started. Tell us about What the Football.
Okay, so this is actually happening after a year. So it was actually going on from a year. When I started doing my MBA, I had a bunch of my friends in my college. So we are 7 of us who started about this we started thinking, but then through our lectures and all the studies, we couldn't capitalize on this. But this lockdown, to be honest, has become a blessing where we could actually capitalize and start, something.
So what's the channel about, man? What do you think? It's not an MBA interview. What differentiates your channel? Like, what do you think is different about this podcast?
What we are going to do is, it's actually, it's not just Premier League. we are going to cover I-League and ISL. We have players from I-League and ISL will be coming and joining us.
Nice.
The players who are actually playing in ISL, Kerala Blasters or I-League, Mohan Bagan, East Bengal. We have players who are, you know, who are going to be joining us and discussing about the game also, and we'll be getting them on, and you know, we'll be discussing more on ISL also. So I guess we are the first Indian podcast. I guess I have not seen anyone about, you know, talking about ISL. So our main focus is not Premier League, but it's ISL.
Super stuff, man. Agam, thanks for joining us. Good luck with the channel, man. And we'll see you on the next one, buddy. Take care.
Yeah.
So guys, that was Agam from What the Football. Like Agam said, if you guys
want to get some dope on Indian football, ISL, the season's coming up, do give them a follow. They're a good podcast, hopefully, that can give you what you want, right? I saw some incredible comments up there, man, and I'm going to just get to a few comments and then bring on my next guest onto this show. Someone mentioned Regulion, and I said, yes, someone mentioned Thiago. I am going to get to Thiago. Yes, Tanish Checker said, what about Thiago? Let me get to Thiago now, right? So I think, guys, it's unanimous between all of us, right? We need to sign Sergio Regulion. I don't think there's anything, there are no two ways about this. We absolutely must go out, splash 30 million on him, get the bloody right back, get cover for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because like we saw last season, he does have a tendency to drop his performances big time, and when he does drop his performances, I don't think we have a world-class cover for him. I'm not saying Regulion is world-class yet, but he's showing promise of being absolutely world-class, which leads me to my final topic on transfers, and then we're going to move on to the next topic, which is expectations from this season, right? Thiago Alcantara from Bayern Munich. Before I add my next caller, I'm just going to check two questions. So Aman Jagda says, who do you think will come first, Ayer Jr. or Sancho? Okay, for those of you wondering what that is, my wife is very, very pregnant and we expect to be delivering in a month's time or so. So hopefully Sancho comes before that. Let's see. He also asks, where can we watch this show? It's a podcast. And Agam and What the Football, if you guys are watching still, please put it in the comments box how people can tune in and how they can do it. Agam, I was hoping you'd do all of this, but no, you told me about your MBA story instead. Right. Next up, let's bring in our next caller, man. Guys, keep sending in the video requests. I can see all of y'all sending it in, but keep sending them in. I'm going to add a lot of people today, and I'm going to try and get as many people as possible. My next caller I'm going to bring for the first time is Adi Iyer. No, we are not related. This is not nepotism. I have never spoken to him on a video call before, although he is someone I'm in touch with on Instagram. So Adi, if you're watching, do join. This is the moment of the Iyers, because I can see Iyer on the chat as well. There you are, man. How's it going?
All good, bro. How are you?
Very good, dude. This is the first time we're talking, I think, right? You've not been on the show, have you?
Yeah. Never been on the show.
Fantastic. Welcome to MUSCM Live, buddy. I hope you become an official member. If you are already, do let us know. Else, just go ahead. For those of you all watching, this year, membership is on a crazy discount because obviously coronavirus, people can't renew. So Manchester United are offering like 50% off on the membership. Just go and get it. It's awesome. Adi, welcome, man. So let's talk about Thiago Alcantara. What are your thoughts on him? Do you think it's a smokescreen? Do you think we're actually going to get him? Or do you think it's Liverpool done, dusted, and this is just a wage war that's going on right now?
Firstly, the question is, do we actually need him? Like, we have very good backup players in Fred, McTominay, Matic. So we don't really require Thiago. All we need is a Jadon Sancho, a Sergio Reguilon.
Are you sure about that, Adi?
Yeah, I am pretty sure because Fred after the restart he was very good. So you saw it in the Europa League semi-finals as well. The way he was winning the balls.
Yeah.
He was the standout player before Pogba came back, right? So
yeah, he was one of, if you ask me, he was player of the season contender till we signed Bruno.
Yeah, exactly. So we have very good players. We have McTominay. McTominay has been like one of the best youngsters that we've got in recent years. So we don't really I think Thiago is going to Liverpool. For sure.
But Adi, my only worry is, Adi, we don't have a Matic replacement, dude. I'll tell you where I come from when I say this. Fred he's not a Matic replacement. I've said this on the show before. Fred is someone who you play in high pressure continental games, away games, someone who, if there is a team that we're playing who can pass the ball better than us, you play Fred, because Fred will break through the lines, get the ball back for you. He's a very good ball retriever. Thiago offers what Matic offers. Shield in front of the centre back. Fantastic vision, distribution, game sense, understanding movement. I don't think Fred has that, man, which is why I'm excited about Thiago. Or do you beg to differ?
Thiago, see, See, if Thiago is a steal for 30 million, of course, but then again, you see the wages is going to cost us a lot. Besides, see, Thiago is, if you see the players that we are signing
Yeah.
younger players.
Yeah.
In the past 2 years, we are signing younger players. And Thiago is what, 29, 30? So I would rather
Yeah.
wait for a season, give Matic a season, expect McTominay to take up that role.
Get into
because
that role.
He is pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
So if we don't get McTominay groomed in by the end of the season, probably you
Yeah.
can have signed someone as a CDM, right? So that is why I think we don't really require Thiago right now.
Fair enough. And yeah, I mean, some of our fans here are saying that, we can get the best out of him, even if it's for 2 years. He can be like an impact signing. Aya, thoda settle kiya, brings us a title and then retires, You're not a fan of that.
Thiago is no, I don't think so. He's a RVP to get us the title directly, right? He is a very good signing, of course, but he's not going to get you the title. So you get Sancho,
Sure.
you're going to, there's a void which is on the right wing, which we're going to fill with Sancho.
Sure.
And we do need a backup because if Shaw gets injured, you know what Brandon Williams does. Although he's a kid, he's pretty reckless. So you need a Reguilon, and I expect Brandon Williams to be backup to Van Bissaka this season if we sign Reguilon.
On the right hand, yeah, well, fair enough. Adi, we've really created a comment storm on the comments box. Our fan base seems absolutely split when it comes to Thiago. I can see some people saying things like Thiago would be the steal of the window. We'll have the best midfield in the world if he comes in. And some people are saying, dude, he's 29, he's not a replacement. Dude, Prashant Nair is saying he sucks. And that's why Leon Goretzka is basically covering him because he keeps getting kicked. So obviously the verdict isn't out. We need to keep our eyes on. But moving on from Thiago Alcantara, now let the chat continue this debate because clearly people are getting wild now. People are saying bullshit and all. Guys, let's keep it civil. But Adi, apart from Sancho, Reguilon and Thiago, do you think they're in the market for anyone else?
I don't really think so. We don't really need anyone right now. I think Josh King could be a surprise towards the end of the window because Igalo is
panic buy basically.
Basically, see, Igalo is going to be there till January, and Josh King really wants to be at the club. So,
sure.
And already Bournemouth is relegated, so why not just go for him and get him? Yeah.
Fair enough. And I'm going to ask you one last question, man, before letting you go. We've spoken about incomings, right? Outgoings. It's a lot of people say, why is Phil Jones still here? Why is Smalling still here? Why is Rojo still here? I just want to remind everyone that, look, there is a reason why that bracketed under the term deadwood, right? It's not easy to get rid of deadwood, right? You need to have buyers. You need to have people who will pay their wages. All these guys are on huge wages. So who, according to you?
So for a fact, Phil Jones is on like 160 or 180K a week, right?
No, he's on 70.
Is it? Okay, I must be mistaken.
I don't know. Let the chat correct us. In my knowledge, Phil Jones is on 70K. But go on. Your larger point is who's going to take him at those wages, right?
Exactly. So already we are paying such a high wage to all these deadwood players, right? So for the likes of, probably you could get a 10-12 million for the likes of Pereira because he's young, or probably even Lingard, clubs like, Everton. I don't think even Everton going for Lingard now with them signing James. So probably, so we could have sold them if we acted quick in the window in the earlier days. Now it's going to get even more difficult. We were getting some money for Smalling, and then probably that deal is also off. Yeah. So I don't really know because if we could have sold Smalling for a 10 to 12 million, and that is like you're spending 18 million, the balance on Reguilon, which is a steal.
True.
You saw what he did in the Europa League. He is a beast.
True. Anyway, man, so apart from Smalling, apart from Phil Jones, do you think we'll have any other exits?
Sergio Romero.
Yep.
Romero. Okay. Diogo Dalot.
You think Dalot's going to go?
He wants out. He wants out of the club because he's not in Ole's plans. So I expect him to go, and that's it.
Fair enough.
From the deadwoods, if we could sell some of the centre backs probably, because there's another take where they're saying if you can sell Smalling, Rojo or Jones, then we could probably prioritize a Upamecano or a Badiashile. But that is highly unlikely. That's highly unlikely.
See, Upamecano, though, I'm writing off because he signed a new contract, and I don't think that's going to happen. It's just wishful thinking. Badiashile or Badiashile or however you want to say it, I'm still keeping my fingers crossed because, you know, he's at AS Monaco. While AS Monaco have said that he is our player, there has been a bid that has gone in. There has been actual interest that's gone from the club. So I'm still hoping that something can be done there. But I think dreams of Upamecano should just go. And Simon Stone from BBC wrote something about it today, and he's just a twat, man. He's like, Upamecano, contact has been established. He's coming to United. Bollocks.
Bullshit.
Anyway.
I even saw Ian Wright saying that you should go for Koulibaly. Koulibaly is what? Going to turn 30? Let City take him. If we want a centre-back this season, probably go for a Pau Torres or a Upamecano if he's available. Otherwise, don't sign anyone. Yeah, just you have Axel Tuanzebe coming back. You have Tadam Mengi. Mengi looked very good in the friendly. Yeah.
You got Fosu Mensah.
These guys. Fosu Mensah, I consider him to be part of the Brandon Williams category. He's pretty, he's not Deadwood, but he's pretty reckless. He's not matured yet. He's been part of a few Premier League clubs, but that experience, I don't think he's not getting that experience.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Thanks, Adi. Thanks for coming on today, dude. I'm glad we spoke before the chat. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I see you on more such lives. Take care, buddy. Cheers.
Sure thing. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Guys, that was Adi Iyer. Since I have a lot of people on this chat,
I'm just going to quickly remind you all to please go to our YouTube page, MUSC Mumbai. Go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. It's a channel that we're now starting to build out very aggressively. Very quickly, you'll see a lot of refreshed content. You'll see all our lives now going and resting on the YouTube platform. Hopefully, we'll be in a position where we can even do this live interaction, this live show on YouTube as well. So please, if you haven't, go to our YouTube channel. It's MUSC Mumbai, and do give us a subscribe and share the love, man. Spread the word. Bring your United fans who don't know about MUSCM onto this as well. I'm going to read up some more from what I'm reading on the chat. Guys, that Thiago thing got really intense, huh? By the way, all of you all, I think that you guys are so split. I personally, here's where I am, right? I'm going to move into expectations from this season, right? Because I did this on the Football Funders channel where I said, dude, we need to be going for the title this year. I am sick and tired of us going for another season where it's all about, oh, good football, top 4, strong finish, you know, none of that crap. I want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, irrespective of whether we get Sancho or not, I want him to go for the title this year. And I'll tell you what, guys, we can do it. I'll tell you why. 2 major reasons why we can do it. After we signed Bruno Fernandes and after this team that we watched play, right, after these guys sort of came in, here's what we've seen. United's form has been incredible, right? The way we finished the Premier League season was outstanding. On the form charts or on the number of points that we got, we were, I think, number 1 or number 2. Or we were number 1 till the very end, and I think City overtook us in the end. 1. Second thing is, look, we did sign Donny van der Beek. We have strengthened, right? 3, I'm hoping Marcus Rashford comes back stronger, faster, better, just like Anthony Martial. And here's the biggest reason why we can genuinely contend, right? It's because City and Liverpool haven't gone out there and really spent. The only real signing that City have made is Ferran Torres, right? Aguero seems to be on his last legs. I'm not saying he's not a world-class striker. He could still get 30 goals, but he seems to be on his last legs. Liverpool, we saw their defensive woes against Leeds, dude. Leeds are a promoted championship side, and they were just toying with Liverpool until that last penalty, man. For a championship side to go and play that kind of football at Anfield, mind-blowing, dude. So if the competition, if that is the competition, we should be challenging for the title, man, this year. And if we get Jadon Sancho, no excuses, absolutely no excuses for not challenging for the title. All right, moving on to the next topic, guys. Expectations of the season. I've told you my expectations. I'd like the chat to tell us very quickly now while I bring on the next caller. What, according to you, is a good season for us? For me, challenging for the title. When I say challenging, I mean come March next year, we are still in it. Either we're top of the table or we're within 6 points with at least 8 games to go. That, for me, is my expectation from this side. What does the chat think, guys? What do you guys think should be our expectations from this season? Is top 4 enough for you guys? Another top 4, bahut kar liya, Champions League. I'm even going to say screw Champions League, dude. Screw Champions League. When I say screw Champions League, I mean this campaign. Let's just go out there, let's figure what happens, but let's focus on the Premier League. Let's try and bloody win it, man. Let's bring the domination back. Tell us, okay, a lot of people saying second, top 4, second. Dhariwal Mikdad, thank you for saying title. Dew 1610, thank you for saying title. I need the expectations to go up, guys. I need the hope. I need these things. We won a title in 2011 with Ashley Young and Tom Cleverley and Anderson, and we don't need world-class signings. We have a good squad. We don't have meaningful depth. I can go on and on and on. Anyway, I'm going to bring on my next caller. His name is Bhargav Rohan. Bhargav Rohan, if you're watching, welcome to MUSCM, buddy. I'm just going to add you on. Oh, man. Right, let's see what the chat's saying, right? Obviously, we enter challenging for the title, but we may not have the legs to do it for an entire season, says Pranay04. Yeah, man, fair point. Expectations go up when the players come in and Oli needs that bench. I agree with you, man, football pundits. I completely agree with you guys. But I still think that we don't, it's no reason and it's not justified for us to say that, you know what, we need to finish in top 4 or top 3 or top 2. We need to be, if we as fans don't lift the expectations up, if we don't raise it, if we don't sort of raise the bar and tell our players that, boss, this is what we're expecting from you, they're not going to go for it, right? They're going to be like, हाँ ठीक है, fans तो top 4 से भी खुश हो जाएंगे. Joshua the Sum says, I'd love us to challenge for the title, we just love it, but reality is we need more players for that. Consistency is what we, yep. A lot of our players are dogged by consistency, man. Consistency issues. Anthony Martial being the biggest one. If Martial can keep up that second half form that he had going into this season, guys, we are in for a hell of a challenge. Another expectation I'm going to put for all of you all to just reflect on, right? So while I've spoken about team ambition, excuse me. Okay, I'm getting my next caller, Delvin. Delvin, if you're seeing this, do come back. Good to see you, man. Another expectation I have from our players and from the squad is the Golden Boot. We need to see a United player get the Golden Boot this year. Delvin, welcome back to MUSCM Live, man. How's it going?
Hi, it's going good.
So, what are your expectations, buddy, from this season? Delvin, I can see your house. I can't see you.
Now?
Yeah, I can see you now.
Yeah. So my expectations are pretty straightforward. You know, like you said, I agree with you totally that we need to be challenging for the title, signings or no. United as a club, we've always been upon the upper echelons of top 4 or titles thereabout. We've suffered enough mediocrity over the years, and we need to get dead serious about challenging for the title now. And but I slightly disagree with you on the fact about the Champions League. See, if we are in the Champions League, we shouldn't skip it. So like we are just one easy group away, or one easy opponent away from making it in the latter stages in the so last when Ole just came in, we went into the quarterfinals. We had all the major teams. So we beat Juve, but we beat Juve and we beat PSG, right? So that's an equal and we beat Juve with all our fringe players, Young, Juan Mata. So it's the same logic. So I certainly feel so. If we go to the semis of the UCL this season, big win for us, massive win, and maybe make. I think the larger point I was trying to make, Delvin, was if I had to prioritize right between the Premier League and the Champions League, I am saying we need to now get back into Premier League mode, right? We need to start bringing on those titles again. I'm just saying that, see, winning the Champions League is phenomenal, man. It's been the happiest day of my life. 21st May 2008 when we beat Chelsea in the Champions League final. I'm not understating it. Correct. But I'm just saying that we need to win the Premier League, dude. True dominance is asserted when you win the Premier League. Even a bloody Liverpool can win 6 Champions Leagues, dude. Think about it. But we are not talking about Liverpool here, are we? We're not. For us, yes. So for us, United is basically, we need to be challenging on all 4 fronts. So now we are in 4 competitions. We need to think about putting a sustained run for all. We definitely need to break the monopoly of bottling it in the semis like we did last year. It's like close but no cigar. We are not about close. We need that. We need the cigar. We need to be back where we were all this while. True. Yeah. Right, man. So Delvin says we need to be back to where we are. Delvin, I'm going to leave you with one last question, man. Your prediction for this season. Thank you. So this season, it all depends on how we start the season. We have a couple of very winnable fixtures at the start, starting with Crystal Palace. a good start to the season is always a pedestal for us. And remember, we are still the form team in England. We are 14 unbeaten. So we
That's right.
start. So we start this season with a 14-match unbeaten swing. We keep that momentum going. We are 15 unbeaten. We keep winning,
Sure.
winning, and the first big test is Tottenham, irrespective of the fact that they shat bricks against Everton in the first game.
Yeah.
But our first test is Tottenham, and if we beat Tottenham, then it's smooth sailing for us because we don't have a very complicated run apart from November with the tough fixtures. Apart from that, it's all bits and pieces with games which are winnable. So we have a great start. We'll have an amazing platform to build for the rest of the season.
Fantastically put, buddy, and I really hope it happens. So thank you so much, Delvin. As always, a pleasure to speak to you. See you on the next live, I hope.
Thank you.
Guys, so that was Delvin. Right, so
I'm just going to read a few more comments that are coming in. Manan Baga says we need to learn the mentality from Liverpool. No, I'm not going to read anything beyond that, man. We don't have to learn fuck all from Liverpool. All right, next. Vikas Tripathi says top 4 Champions League quarterfinals and a trophy. Vikas, raise the bar, buddy. Raise the expectations. Top 4 is bare minimum for the next 10 years for Man United. Every year for the next 10 years, top 4 is bare minimum. It's not a hope and an aspiration and an expectation anymore, right? Expectations now need to go up, buddy. They need to go up. And I don't know, man. Trophy, I agree with you. I think Oli needs to get a title. It needs to be, whether it's domestic, whether it's, ideally it should be the Premier League, right? I'd love to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer win the Premier League. But guys, raise the bar a bit. Raise the bloody bar. Let's start expecting things from this team because they've made us watch football of the kinds that we haven't watched since Sir Alex retired last year, right? Last year, we watched football. We watched Man United play the kind of scintillating football that we've been missing for 7 years. A lot of our fans watching right now haven't even seen that football because they've only started supporting this team in the last 5-6 years. Nothing wrong with it, but amazing, man, that you follow United despite not being part of the Sir Alex era. Cool, man. I can see a lot of requests coming in. Maulik Bora, if you're watching, I'm going to accept your request. And then after that, I'm going to go to a couple of regulars and then we're going to end the show. Maulik, if you're watching, do accept. Yes, he's accepted. What's up, Maulik? How's it going?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Very good, buddy. Is this your first time connecting onto MUSCM Live?
That's right. Yes.
Superb. So where you calling in from? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm calling from Vile Parle, man. I've been.
Acha, Bombay only. Okay.
Bombay only. Yeah. I was born here and I've lived all my life here. I've supported United since Ruud van Nistelrooy days. So about 2003-04. And yeah.
Do you see the smile on my face? It's because I became a United fan because of Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah. We used to copy. We used to try to, do the middle partition and grow long hair. We used to try to imitate everything. Yeah.
And the celebration on your knees, just going up like that.
Yeah, and the crowd used to go, ooh, that was brilliant. Yeah.
Maulik, question to you, man. We as fans should expect our strikers to get the golden boot this year. Yes or no?
Martial for the golden boot this year. Definitely.
And like that should be like a target for him, right? Like an expectation. He doesn't do that. He doesn't deliver. It's not a good season for him. Am I being too harsh? Or am I just setting the standards of Man United?
Not at all. And I think what Ole is trying to do, and I think he's successfully done that, and something that we've struggled with the past managers, he's been a striker. He's got some potency back in the strikers. Last season, Mason was obviously going to break through and he was obviously going to score a lot of goals. But when he came on and you saw the competition between Rashford and Martial, we knew that something is going to be special next year where those three are going to compete for, first of all, being the leading goal scorer within United, but also the Golden Boot. They have tough competition. Aubameyang is there. I don't know how Timo Werner is going to do, but whatever it is, I mean, Martial for the Golden Boot this year for sure.
For sure, man. And I'm glad. See, this is what I talk about, raising the bar now, right? I don't like it. And it's a personal opinion for the rest, but I don't like it when people say, "Ha, ye saal bhi top 4 chalega. Ye saal bhi quarter final tak jayenge chalega." That's, dude, enough. When are we going to, I feel like we're losing that mentality. Remember the mentality you and I had? I'm going to give you a random date, okay? The date is 10th October 2009. We are United fans. Do you remember what that team was? Do you remember what United meant for us back then?
Do you remember what it was to watch football at that time? That feeling of, feeling like $1 million just as a fan watching this royal Rolex of a team. Right now, I feel, yeah, हम लोग Titan Fast Track खरीद के we're like, हाँ, ठीक है, it looks good, it's shining, it's telling us the time.
Yeah, it's almost like we are spoiled. We've seen those days where title was the expectation. We would be disappointed if we didn't win the title, and now it's like top 4 is okay. But I would still say expectation every year is the title. Yeah. Even when we had Mourinho, I thought he can win it for whatever reason. But I mean, if I thought Mourinho can win it, Ole has definitely better chances to win it. And if I just have to add that caveat that I won't be disappointed if we don't win, but if we perform well and we at least fight till the end, I won't be disappointed. I want to see the team progress. I want to give Ole time. I don't want people to start shouting Ole out in October, November if a few results go bad, regardless of what happens, because he's the only manager post Sir Alex Ferguson that has improved the team or has shown progress in terms of clearing out the deadwood, improving the team overall, getting good signings. That's the most important. We've not seen good signings from any of the previous managers.
Maulik, I'm sorry to interrupt you, man. The real Fat Shetty has put in a comment, and I want to get your take on this, right? He's saying this time that we're talking about, Sir Alex Ferguson era, is a time all of us want. But the reality is we can't compete. Now, and you're also talking about signings right now, right? I disagree, dude. Like, do you really think we can't compete? We've invested so much money in the squad. We've gone out and bought big signings. We went and splurged on Paul Pogba, who's arguably one of the best midfielders on ability. We've got one of the best front three in global football today. Why is it that we feel that our squad nahi hai and we can't compete?
Yeah, I think that's where there's just one missing piece that was hopefully Bruno Fernandes is. So I can take you back to days of Cantona, days of Roy Keane. When they joined, probably the team was missing that one person that came in and lifted the whole team. Right now, before Bruno Fernandes, we didn't have a leader who was demanding of people, who was shouting at people for not performing. Bruno has been doing that since he arrived, and we've seen the results. So when people see that we can't compete because they may not have seen the fight in the team, but I think since Bruno has come in, he's done tremendously well and he has demanded. And I am more optimistic than the previous 6 seasons for this season for sure. And I'm pretty sure we will fight and we will that competitive nature will come back.
Fantastic, Maulik. I'm going to leave you with one last question. Final prediction for this season with regards to Champions League and Premier League.
I don't care about the Champions League. United will win the Premier League. Marshall will get the Golden Boot. That's my prediction.
What an ending, man. I wish I could end the chat right here. Maulik, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. Hope to see you on the next live as well. We will win the Premier League and Anthony Martial will get the Golden Boot, says Maulik Bora. All right, I'm going to bring on a couple of more callers. But obviously, guys, going to have Let Annie speak in just a moment after this. Till then, I'm going to bring in my second last caller, who is Prashant Nair. Prashant, if you're watching, please accept. Let's see. David Ornstein tweeted that Spurs are closing on Sergio Aguero. What's up, man? What's up? You're in the US. Show me the Guinness. Show me the Guinness. Guinness. There it is. Fantastic stuff, dude. So that's the reason why I kept you for the end, right? Because shuru mein ye hota to fir bahut FOMO ho jata mere ko. But you know. Prashant, welcome back to MUSCM Live, buddy. What I like about adding you is you are a fantastic analyst of the sport, man. I must give that to you. You really, really watch your football very closely and you really love your football very dearly. So I'm just going to speak to you on a slightly larger context here because we've spoken enough about expectations and all of that. We have got a very good look at the competition this year, right? City ko chhod ke, jo pehla Premier League hua, we've got a good look at Liverpool, a good look at Tottenham, good look at all these other Arsenal. Yeah. What do you make, man? What do you make of us vis-a-vis them? Are we really that far off?
Yes. Sadly, yes. I'm not going to talk much about Leeds because Leeds is driven by one man whose name is Marcelo Bielsa. He's a madman. I don't want to get into his.
He's called El Loco.
Yeah, he's called as El Loco, right? And he's a madman for obvious reasons because you never know what you're going to get with Marcelo Bielsa. One game it will be brilliant, and other game it will be absolutely bullshit. So I don't want to get into the whole aspect of it. I'm slightly scared about Arsenal, although they are a banter club at the end of the day. Arteta is doing good business with the squad. He signed
Very true.
Obama. He signed Aubameyang today. The contract is extended for 3 years. The squad is slowly and steadily getting back to what it was or what Arteta wants. That's one part which I'm, not very happy because Arsenal as a challenger, I don't want it because they've been banter club for years and I want them to stay that way. I'm still not sure about Chelsea. So let's give these signings time and let's see, because Lampard has gone the Klopp and the Pep Guardiola route of getting young players, and all of them would peak at one point of time sooner or later, probably a year or two. But this season will be more exciting for, if you are a neutral, it's going to be exciting to watch Liverpool and City yet again, because it is going
Do
to
you
be.
think it's going to be that 2-horse race again?
No, I don't think it's going to be a 2-horse race. There will be a dark horse, and I hope United is the dark horse because no one is giving us a chance. So I think it's best when no one gives us a chance, because the limelight will be on Guardiola this season. Yeah, the Guardiola limelight will be on Guardiola this season because it's his bruised ego, right?
Yeah.
It's not about you coming second. It's about the difference of points and the amount of money what you had to spend, and you still did not replace a centre back. So it's going to be that. Another season would be for Klopp to prove himself that it's not just once in a lifetime where you won the title and you're done, dusted. No.
One time wonder nahi hai, he can consistently deliver his.
Yeah, because usually people associate that to Klopp, saying that he's a rebuild expert, he'll rebuild and he'll just go off. So Klopp will want to change that as well. So as a neutral, it's good to watch, but I don't think it'll be, that kind of 2-horse race. But yes, third part will be that, which will be us, hopefully. But having said that, we are still far off. We haven't still plugged the holes in defense. I've been crying for a centre back now. Like, how you cry for right winger. I've been crying for a centre back.
Yes.
I have no trust on Lindelof. Look at this.
You're a man after my own heart, bro. I hate Lindelof. Hate is a strong word. I like the man. He's a great human being, but I don't think he's a United defender. Yeah.
I mean, in Premier League, if you can't head the balls, if you don't have aerial ability, people are going to target you. Look at the strikers who have come into the Premier League this season. Someone like a Timo Werner is a complete striker. He's very smart in drifting it out and also coming in, and also he can win aerial balls. So I'm not sure Lindelof and Maguire as a partner. That's why I'm pretty excited if Teden Mengi can start, playing games. He's not a centre back, complete centre back, or someone like an Axel Tunzabe. But I've heard great words from Ole saying that he'll be future captain, so on and so forth, because he's got the right mentality and everything.
Said that about Tuanzebe as well, though.
Yeah, I mean, Tuanzebe, after that Arsenal game, I still think he needs, there's a big difference between an academy game and then coming to the Premier League, because it's far different.
That's right. Yeah, man. So you've obviously laid it down for us. You've said that, yes, the competition is very strong, because I think what I'm getting from you, Prashant, is it's also partly because we haven't strengthened. So it's not like ki sirf ye log bahut tagda ho gaye. We've also not done much in a window where we should have done a lot more, which is the general feeling for most United fans, man, going into the season. But therefore, talking about starting 11 and all doesn't make sense, because that's something we'll keep for closer to the first game. But two things that I have been yelling about for a long time, right? Our defense is shite and we lack depth. With this current team that we're going into, right? This 11 plus 7 or 11 plus 8 that we're going to compete with, what therefore, according to you, is something realistic for United fans to accept? Something that is realistic and acceptable at the same time, Prashant.
So I would want United to win 2 domestic trophies, because we've been to 3 semi-finals, right? It's not that it's impossible. The only difference was we couldn't take the bigger leap, right? So you can go and win the Carabao Cup, you can go and win the FA Cup. We surely have the squad for that. Premier League, I would want a close, battle for at least the top 3. I'm not very sure of winning the title this year, because as much as I want United to win the title, I think we are still far off. Anthony Martial winning a golden boot would be like dream come true for me, because which means that he will be consistent. It's one thing which we all have been saying, that he has to be consistent. He's got the potential to be a great striker.
True.
Those are 2 trophies. Quarter-final of UCL would be a big boost for me. So 2 domestic trophies, top 3, and a quarter-final in UCL. That's a good season for me.
Fantastic stuff. Prashant, always a pleasure chatting with you on MUSCM live and offline as well, buddy. You take care, have a good holiday, and I hope to see you soon.
You too. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
Cheers. All right, guys. So that was Prashant Nair. I'm going to come to my final caller very quickly. Football Pundits, Animesh Thakkar, Let Annie Speak, your favorite segment. We are going to just be talking about a first look, and maybe quickly he's going to tell us about the Villa game as well. By the way, we lost the preseason friendly to Villa. I liked one thing about Luke Shaw. I'm going to just add Annie while I tell you all of this. Annie, there you go. Football Pundits has been sent a request. What I liked about the preseason friendly was when we lost, and when you saw Luke Shaw's interview, Luke Shaw said, "Dude, it sucks that we lost. I don't care about the minutes or anything." Annie, welcome back. Welcome to Let Annie Speak. Annie, lay it down for us, man. I think I've spoken enough today. What is you've obviously previewed, guys. For those of you who are tuning in, do follow Football Pundits, fantastic football channel. I also happen to feature on it once in a while, but Annie's the main guy of it. Annie, tell us, man, what's going on with United? What are your expectations from this season going into?
It's a three-man show, firstly, but yeah, I mean, look, something you've been talking to about, a lot of people have been talking to us about, is the fact that fine, let's for a second entertain the fact that we should want more as fans. Okay, I'm on with you. It's not like I want to say I want to just be okay with top four. I'm okay with maybe making it to the semi-finals and going out. Yeah. But how you get to that level is mentality. I'll tell you one thing why United ended up winning the Europa League and the Carling Cup as well. It wasn't Jose Mourinho. The mentality came from the previous season's FA Cup win. Martial, that carried on to the next season with Mourinho. The mentality has to build. Unfortunately, Ole is not. I'm not even going to say he's not Ancelotti or Mourinho. He's not even Zidane. He's not won anything in his career to come and say, I know how to win a cup as a manager. It's not the same to say I won a cup as a player, which he has for United. He's been a great player. How then do you expect this side to take it to the next level, right? So while the hope is there that this year they should challenge the title, I want to ask you, why do you think the mentality was
Pep Guardiola started like that. Phenomenal servant for Barca, won the Champions League with them in '92.
Correct.
He started off at Barcelona as a no one and won everything with them.
But who was he given? He was given someone. What squad did he have? I think it's unfair. No, it's unfair to Ole. As fans, it's unfair to Ole that we had that expectation. But I'm saying we shouldn't lower our expectation.
My expectation is on the players. I'm trying to say we have the team to compete for the title. I don't think that's that bad off.
No, that's what I'm saying. This squad, if it was a 28-game season, could win the league. 38-game season, they don't have the legs. Which is why when I say I want this side to finish in the top two, but they are missing 3 players. They can't. This squad. They can't. You saw what happened last year. They couldn't even take 15-day rest from the last Premier League game, go to the Europa League and do much over there. They were done. They were spent.
If we sign Sancho, Reguilon and Thiago Alcantara, do we become title favourites, according to you?
Top 2 at least.
And without them, right now with this squad, you're saying top 2 won't happen?
No. It's not like I don't want. I want this club to be great again, but I'm not seeing any way this manager's toiling. He's getting everything he can from this squad. I don't think he can do more right now in this squad. It's like asking him to make a miracle out of... Everton got James Rodriguez. Why wasn't United in for James Rodriguez?
You guys I don't know, man. I get where you're coming from because I think it's more in hindsight. Till I watched him play against...
Yeah, I know. I know what I'm saying. I'm not saying he is definitely someone we should have taken over Sancho or he should be a backup. Nothing like that. Why are we in between the lines? Why is there no direct contact? I'm saying the direct contact with names. It was Sancho all summer. Grealish after the first 2 weeks was dropped off completely.
Grealish signed a new contract.
But where were the other names?
Yeah. True.
Nothing.
True.
And what are you doing with that? You ended up failing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He has got you into the top 4 after toiling and changing the game style. And what have you given him so far? Van de Beek. It's okay. So if I do just still break it down for you, what I see for this squad right now is definitely Ole will want to target a cup competition. While I personally would prefer the Champions League, I think it's a step too far. I do see him at least going for the FA Cup or the Carling Cup, but I mean, I hope it's the FA Cup at least. But yeah, I mean, I want this side to be a title challenger and I'm struggling right now. It is today, the date is, what's the date today? 13th? 15th September, one signing, Rashford injury, Martial injury away, the squad is back to what?
Pogba, COVID, all kinds of chaos.
And that's my worry, right? Because this is a season where, in fact, I'm telling you, it's competitive. If you give Ole the players, it's competitive because apart from City, nobody has a big enough squad. The games are tight. Spurs are playing Europa. Arsenal's in Europa. It's going to be very, very tough. So if you give this guy 2 more players, he can compete and actually take you to the top 2. But where are those players?
Therefore, speaking of the squad, Annie, and maybe we'll wrap after this. Heading into into our game in 5 days or in 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. What, according to you, is our starting 11? More or less the same that we ended the season with?
100%. The way I see it is, I could only make one change, and that is maybe if Bailly is fit, I want to see Bailly and Maguire from the start. We don't know Maguire's situation, though he is in training, but we don't know situation in the long term, right? So apart from that, I'll leave the squad pretty much the same. I prefer Lindelof. There's a reason I say that is because I think Bailly is not a United player who can give us 38 games in the season also.
Yeah.
But I would still, from the start of the season, want to see Bailly and Maguire playing at least 5 games together and to see how they build the dynamic of the ball playing. I want a ball playing centre back and a guy covering his ass, right? That's what I want to see.
Completely agree with you. Sanchit Gulbani joins us. He's a Chelsea fan. Sanchit, I think you missed the first part of this chat because we did cover Gareth Bale in large detail, and I think you're in the wrong group because none of us want Gareth Bale at United, man. He's not the kind of player that we need in the squad right now. Could he be an impact signing? Maybe. Varun Tandon and Priyansh Mithani and he say that they want Henderson to begin. Let's maybe talk a little bit about Dean Henderson and David De Gea, right? We've spoken about this numerous times. I have given my verdict on this. I think David De Gea is still world class. Maybe the second best goalkeeper in the world right now. We've got to give it to Manuel Neuer, especially after that Champions League final that he had. What is your take on this Henderson thing, man? Do you think he deserves to now get way more games ahead of David De Gea?
No, but what I would definitely do is I would give De Gea 10 games. That includes the first couple of Champions League games. That's the first 3 Champions League group games. If you see 2 or 3 errors coming in, then I would not mind if Henderson takes over the Champions League itself immediately. You want to blood that guy, and if you want to become United player, right? Blood him into the Champions League. Why would you talk about the Premier League? So
Dude, De Gea will want to. Dude, I don't know, man. Like De Gea, he has to play Champions League.
No.
How can you not play De Gea in the Champions League? Think about it, right? You're manager of United.
I'm saying, let's say De Gea for me has to start the first 10 games. I'm saying in the first 10 games, what if he's had clangers again? Henderson knocking at the door. Are you telling me Ole, if De Gea makes 2 or 3 more mistakes, won't drop DDG?
So basically, in a way, this is Ole's way of telling De Gea that you've got a tighter rope to walk this season.
Exactly. And I see that if he does end up fucking up, he might keep his place in the Premier League. But I think Henderson could start in the CL. Because Ole is the kind of guy who won't care much about DDG and his thing. I think time is a little short though for us right now. We got 2 minutes to go, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, man, parting comments, Annie. What do you think? Your prediction, therefore, for the season and for Champions League?
If we get 2 more players, we should.
No, as it stands today. As it stands today,
this side is just about making it a top 4 and disappointing me for 1 more season because that would be very, very upsetting after the high we were promised on July 26th.
All right. And Champions League? Quarterfinals?
Quarterfinals, and if we have 1 player comes in January, I'm not talking about this transfer window. Let's assume nobody's there and we get someone in January, we can do semis with this squad. It has a good balance to it. To at least work it around in a cup competition.
Thanks, Annie. Guys, that was the Football Funders. Do give them a follow. Some really cool football content on there. Guys, we're going to wrap very quickly. I don't think we have too much time left. It's 59. We probably have just a few seconds. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. It's great to be back. Abhishek Iyer from MUSCM. Do follow us on YouTube, please. MUSC Mumbai is the channel. We're going to be building that out. We need all the love and support that we can get. Do become an official member. How do you become an official member? Just buy the official membership from the club, from the website, manunited.com, and let us know that you've bought it. And we'll have you registered as an official supporter of the United Supporters Club of Mumbai. It's been a pleasure as always to do this live, guys, with all of y'all. Obviously, emotions are running high. Excitement is galore. I am so bloody excited about this season. You've heard what I have to say about what my expectations are. I think we're going to be a challenging force. So till next time, keep the faith, guys. For those of you who've sent me requests, I'm really sorry if I couldn't add you today. But you know what? We're going to be doing a lot of lives. The next live is going to be obviously before the game as well. So I will bring you guys on then. Thank you so much for tuning in to this MUSCM live. We'll see you guys at the next one. Keep the faith, guys. Keep the faith. Keep praying and believe is all I'm going to leave you with.